Listen, he's a superstar in the making again. But when you look at what Gareth Southgate done in the middle of the park in terms of Declan Rice, Calvin Phillips, it felt like there's only one spot available, and Mason Mount's obviously occupied that at times. He can play wide, but for sure, you'd like to think in the next couple of years, certainly he'll become a starter for England, because he's shown the maturity. He's still really, really young. He's got bags of ability. I think he's one that could be a sitter or kind of a number 6 driving forward. So yeah, he'll definitely be a starter for England come the next couple of years for sure.
What a player, you're right. I wouldn't go as far to say embarrassment of riches, but he's got some choice. He really has. Amazing. Now here's an interesting one, Benty. Should the 3 p.m. blackout be ditched to show Cristiano Ronaldo's potential second Manchester United derby this Saturday?
No, I like the 3 p.m. blackout, if I'm honest. I like the in terms of football, like match of the day used to mean something, do you know what I mean? In terms of, you couldn't watch the 3 o'clock games, you'd wait all the time for match of the day to come on to watch all the highlights. I mean, I feel there's too many highlights as it is, in terms of as soon as the game finishes, the highlights are on Sky, you can go on social media, the goals are there. I mean, I used to love watching match of the day, so for me, I think they should have moved the game to a Sky game, if I'm honest. But in terms of the 3 p.m. blackout, no, I think I like football the way it is, that you can't watch 3 o'clock games.
Love it.
Okay, next one, let's move on. Who will score more goals in the Premier League this season? Ronaldo or Lukaku?
I'm going to say this season, Lukaku.
Okay, why? Because bearing in mind, Ronaldo outscored him in Serie A, didn't he?
Yeah, of course he did. But I think Lukaku.
What's the difference?
I think when you look at Chelsea and the goals that they get, I think a lot of them is going to come through Lukaku. Whereas, yes, we know how good Ronaldo is, but Mason Greenwood's going to chip in with some. Fernandes, Rashford when he comes back, Cavani. Do you know what I mean? So they might not even play. Whereas Cavani, if Lukaku sticks playing.
Do you think so? You think Lukaku will start every game, but Ronaldo might not?
Potentially, yeah, because they're going to have a lot of games as well. But you look at Lukaku, Chelsea bought him for a purpose, in terms of like he has to play. That was the missing piece of the jigsaw for me. That centre forward. Like, listen, I know Ronaldo will get his. I've got no doubts about that. But I think with Lukaku, and he's got one up anyway. He's 1-0 up, so
okay.
Got no head start, so.
In a section of DB5 which is riddled with controversy.
Oh yeah, here we go.
I have another one for you.
Was it Sven?
No. Big Cash. That was brilliant. Big Cash told talkSPORT yesterday, I think it was, that Arsenal would do better with Big Sam. Right? So the question is simply this, Darren Bent. Who would get Arsenal to finish higher in the Premier League this season? Mikel Arteta, or indeed the aforementioned Big Sam?
Well, I'm still going to go Arteta, just because I think, the players quite clearly there's a discontent between the players and the manager. Maybe he doesn't like the brand of football that Arteta's playing. I think I've heard whispers that maybe he's a bit of a kind of tyrant in terms of the way he coaches and manages. I think with Big Sam and the brand of football that Big Sam plays, I just don't think the Arsenal players would kind of subscribe to that. I think they'd be like, you know what, enough's enough. And I think they'd even down tools more than they've done already. So I think Arteta's still probably in better shape than Big Sam would be.
Do you still think Arteta's a better manager than Poch?
Who's put that in there? I don't see that on the list. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to answer that, because I'm looking at the list in front of me and that is not on there.
Got to be able to improvise, Darren.
Well, listen, this is DB5, not DP 5.5.
Okay, here's your last one. After 20 years, Wendy's is returning to the UK. So what's the best burger you've ever had?
Ever had? That's a tough question. If you talk about bacon double cheeseburger at Burger King is the one.
Is it?
XL, yeah. Ketchup. I like that. Bit of ketchup in there, yeah. Or even a Whopper.
Aye! A Burger King Whopper.
Yeah, Whopper.
That's amazing, that.
What makes a Whopper good?
I couldn't tell you the last time I had a burger out of any one of these franchises, but that was probably the best one I had, and that was maybe years ago. But Benny, I was saying to you, Woodsy, the best burger you can get is a venison burger, man. And if it's done properly, it is magnificent.
Oh, venison. Okay.
This is turned into Amex C1 rather than DB5.
Okay, venison burger.
All right, there we go. We've covered just about everything there. Quite incredible. Well done. DB5 was an excellent addition to today's show.
You tried to trip me up there. I know you did. With all the questions.
Just off the top of my head. Just wanted to get Poch in there.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.